It's about that time.
City Views, City Views.
What's happening in your city?
City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views.
You got love for your city?
City Views, City Views. City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views.
And welcome to another episode of City Views. We are back for our second show, and gladly so, with the new crew in the house. And I, for one, couldn't be more excited about it. So thank you for tuning in. We got a heck of a show lined up for you today. And we want you to call all your friends and neighbors and tell them, catch it while it's hot, right here on your local cable access channel, Altice 5, okay? So let's do this. We're going to send it right over to my main man, Kareem, for the big shout out for our sponsors.
So big city sponsor shout outs go to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They could be reached at 860-496-7771. Their website is Toth, INS, at optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. You better call Mel. He could be reached at 860-307-1128. His website is, healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut, and they got you covered. They can be reached at 860-598-8753. Their website is brookstoddmcneil.com. Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years, and he can be reached at 860-482-8177. His website is torringtonpediatrics.com. Now back to you, Jacque.
Thank you so much, Kareem, for the shout out to our sponsors. And we're so very grateful to our sponsors for supporting the show. And we're looking forward to giving you the quality content that you all deserve.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of quality, ladies and gentlemen, we have up next the lovely, the talented Miss Coryse Villarouel, who's going to talk about the community connections. Coryse, what's going on?
All right. Hi, Jacque. welcome, everyone. Glad to be here again another day, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I mean, the rain did not hold us back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, coming up, let's talk about some things that are coming up at Torrington Library this week. Tapping into the Past, Tavern Life in Early Connecticut, presented by the Connecticut Historical Society, and that's going to be Thursday, July 20th at 6:30 p.m. Registration has already begun. You just go onto the Torrington Library website, or you call there, or you just go down in person. But that's going to be a great event that's happening there. And then Jazz in the Garden is going to continue at the Historical Society. That's going to be August 5th, and they're going to have the Michael Sarin Quartet.
Awesome.
Nice.
That sounds amazing. You don't have to go far, folks. Just go to Jazz in the Gardens at the Historical Society. They have a lovely garden back there.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's really, really nice.
Nice night out for a family, or if you
Yeah.
want to just get out, date night, fabulous.
Very, very nice.
And it also, we should note, too, that that was where Coryse and I had our first public performance on the Hotchkiss Filer Museum grounds.
Really?
It really is,
Heritage
yes.
Days.
Well,
Yeah.
now.
That was the celebration of Torrington's, I believe, 250th birthday.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
We played the Princes.
If
Yeah.
Richard Ormsby is watching, he would be like, "Oh, you guys is playing my family,
Yeah. Yeah,
or the
that
Guns, or the Roses."
that was a great time, Jacque. And then let's move over to the Beakley Library in New Hartford, and let's see what they have coming up. So coming up, they have a book club on July 18th. That's actually tonight.
Hey.
July 18th tonight. There's a book club, Numero Zero by Umberto Eco.
But you have to go after our show.
Yeah, yeah,
You
you're
have
gonna have
to
to
go
go
now.
after. our
Don't go now. Just after the show.
Go at 7 p.m.
Yes.
It's going on until 8:30, so
Okay,
you have
so yeah.
enough time. And then there's a poetry night on Thursday, July 27th at 6 p.m. There's also a concert on the Farmington. River City Slim and the Zydeco Hogs.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that should
Saturday,
be good.
July 29th at
Yep.
6 p.m. That sounds amazing. I think I want to go to that event.
Yes.
Yeah, who's coming with me?
Okay.
I'm game.
Yeah.
He's driving. We're all in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is it, folks, for the upcoming events in the area. I'm sure Karen is going to have a lot more area events to talk to us about.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just kick it over to you, Karen.
All right, sounds great. Well, as the executive director of Friendly Hands Food Bank, we've got a lot of things going on. But what I want to update you all on is this. Let's see, next Wednesday, which is July 26th, we will have a free pet food pantry and farmers market. Now, the pet food pantry is open to the public. So that means anybody that has a pet, a cat or a dog, and you need pet food, all you have to do is drive up to 837 Charles Street. That is at the St. Paul's Lutheran Church, and we hand out free pet food. We have an entire box truck full of pet food. The only thing you have to do is bring your Connecticut ID. Just show us your ID. You get in line, you get your pet food, and off you go. We will be giving out 50 to 80 pound bags of dog food, cat food, litter, all the kinds of pet food stuff you need,
Wow.
toys, gates, crates, whatever. So that's next Wednesday, 7/26. I'll mention again next week on
What
our
time is
show.
that?
2 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
at the St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Also on Sunday, August 13th, we have a back-to-school bash that you're not going to want to miss.
Oh, back to school already.
Back to school, and we are going to be giving out all of our Kicks for Kids, which is our free sneakers, free clothing, back to school supplies. We're going to have a band. We're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs. We're going to have booths, and it is going to be a great time. The only thing we ask is that what you do on that one is you have to be accompanied by an adult. So if you have your children, parents bring the kids and come in, and we'll hook you up with free clothing, free shoes, all that
Wow.
while supplies last. So again, that'll be a great thing. So again, Sunday, August 13th,
You know
that
what
will be 11 to 1.
I'm sorry, but that makes me want to be a kid again, man.
I know. And we
You
got
know,
some fabulous kicks.
know,
We've got some
Wow.
Converse sneakers. They
Really?
donated like 75 to 100 pairs of
Wow.
Converse. Brand new, beautiful pairs. So yeah, we're going to have a great time with that.
Converse is still kicking it
Can you
after all
imagine?
these years.
And they
man.
haven't changed. Like they're the same.
Yeah.
The pink, we have a pair of pink there and purple suede and stuff like
But
that.
I can't imagine. I used to play basketball in
Yeah.
them things,
And
man.
listen,
My
and I'm
husband,
like,
too.
I didn't break my ankles.
Oh, I know, right?
There's
Because now
no
they have
padding.
air cushioning
Yeah,
things and all that stuff.
That's
now,
why you can
right?
jump so high. They
Yeah,
got little
exactly.
injection
For real.
things in
Right.
them and stuff.
Yeah.
man. Didn't
Listen,
have that when I was playing.
before Nike took over the game for basketball
Right.
shoes, it was Converse.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
that
It
was
was.
Converse.
And they're still in, though.
Yeah.
That's what amazes me, that they're still in. So, yeah, we're going to have a great time with that. And then in a little later in the program, I think I'll talk about the Friendly Hands Food Bank and the Litchfield County Sports. Another gentleman, Tim Gaffney, who runs that show here. You'll catch him here. It's the, what is it called? Gaffney's Corner.
Gaffney's Corner.
He is doing a golf tournament for Friendly Hands Food Bank. We'll talk about that at a later time.
Well, and we want to give a big shout out to Tim
Yes.
with Litchfield County Sports.
He's amazing.
He also has a show here.
Yes.
at Cable 5, and he's a friend and colleague with us at WAPJ as well.
Yes,
So,
yes, and I was old APJ as well.
Well,
I thought you stopped at, you paused at old,
I
and
did-
it
I
scared
did.
me
Well,
for a second.
I'm old, and I know it, but it was years, it was like 10, 12 years ago when my husband and I had a show, and you were there. You're
Yeah.
still there.
Well.
And Tim has a sports show, so yeah, our radio days.
now, Karen, I will suggest to you, if you ever want to feel better about yourself, if you go into the main vestibule of WAPJ,
Oh,
you'll see your picture right there in all
I
its
saw that
glory.
picture. I
Yeah.
saw that picture.
Yes, and you didn't know it was me because I was like, oh my goodness, look at how young she looks. So I walk in there every time I'm feeling down. I walk in there and look up at the picture and go, see, I'm not that old. Okay, and then
Once upon a time.
exactly. So yeah, good times.
So we're going to have some interesting guests calling into the show
Yes.
this evening,
Yeah.
which we're very happy about. As normal, we're going to have our segment with Michelle Cook calling in, What's Cooking, and she's in the Capitol today.
She's in
dog.
Washington D.C.
Yeah.
She's be hobnobbing.
No.
And just
Lovely.
bring us, just bring
Must
us,
be
just,
nice.
just bring us back the money, Michelle. Okay?
Exactly. Bring
That's
us
all
to
we talking about.
Connecticut.
That's all we care about. Okay? Whoever you got to hobnob with, whatever you got to do, just
Exactly.
do it.
Just
all
bring it on back.
Bring
Yep.
it on back. Also, Judith Kopelars is going to be calling in.
Okay.
She's the executive director for a great project.
The Be Ready Project.
Be Ready.
And listen, Judy is the ultimate like community gatherer, organizer, connector. She really is there for everything and anything. She'll pick up, she'll run, she'll do, and really she doesn't get enough credit for
Yeah.
all that she does. So I'm excited to have her on tonight and talk to her.
It's going to be really cool because she is very, very instrumental, pardon the pun, with the Torrington High School Equity Program.
Yes.
And
Yes.
their committee. So all those collaborative sectors coming together.
Yes, and her Be Ready project is doing the Celebrate Belonging.
Yep.
Is that? I believe it's in August.
Yep.
It's
So
a
that's
gown
city,
event, right?
No, this
No,
is
not
she's
that one.
having a gala as well. I hope she'll speak about that. But the Celebrate Belonging is a celebration of everybody in belonging to the community, regardless of your background, where you are, who you are, whatever. And it's a great way for the community to get together. So we'll make sure she talks about that tonight. Jacque.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. She should be calling in here momentarily. Now, until she calls in here, you guys kind of, before we came on, you kind of upset me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And my feelings were hurt.
What was
Okay.
that?
I mean, when you compare my hair to Karen's hair, that's
Okay, all right,
know,
let's get together here.
No.
Who copied who for the hair? Okay, my
Let's
hair,
see.
his hair. Okay, so.
I see bangs. I
Okay,
see bangs.
yeah, okay. See, he called me, and he
I see
called
an
and said,
updo.
I'm going to do an updo, he said. And I said, well, I'll do an updo. So here we are doing our updo.
But you guys ain't got to break me down because of it, man. I'm just trying to, give a show a little appeal, a little look and everything,
It's flashy. It's
I
flashy.
hope
You
that's
know
how
what?
you see
Flashy.
it.
No, but
It's
mine's
flat.
got the blonde updo. Yours is the brown updo.
You have
We're
more
doing
fun,
We're doing
blondes
it.
have
Yeah.
we're just doing it. So, Kareem, if we bring in a wig next week for
Yeah,
you.
I got you.
I got you. I got you covered. I got 37
Make sure it's
at
blonde.
home. Yeah, I'm going to have a blonde
sure it's
one like
blonde.
this.
I
We're
need
going
the
to put it
blonde.
on there, and
Need
we're
the
going to,
blonde.
yeah, I got you
I need the
covered.
blonde.
All right.
Now,
Coryse.
you guys can feel free to call into the show at any time if you want to, ask us any questions or shout out about things that are happening in the community. Then we encourage you to do so. And we also want you to go to our City Views Facebook page and check out some of our segments, past segments, and then you guys can also recommend shows, interviews, and topics at that time as well. So the
Yeah,
show
call
is
us. Let us
that
know
like
what you
button.
want to see.
Press the like button.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And, but give us a call, and even after the show, and say, hey, we'd like to see X, Y, and Z, or how about you focus on this or this? We would love that because that's what'll bring us together and give you what you deserve in the community.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. If there's any community events that you'd like me to speak on, feel free to call me and enlighten me. Let me know what else I'm missing. If anything's coming up, I'd be happy to speak on that.
Right, and we'll announce it here.
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. community, and there can be no community without you in it.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So remember that as we prepare future shows for you. In fact, I think, Karen, you might have an announcement on a future guest on the show.
I do. So I was speaking with our brand new school superintendent, Mike Wilson, and he will be hopefully joining us. I extended an invitation. So I think it would be a great way to introduce him to not only the show, but to get him visible out in the community before the kids come back to school.
Right.
So the brand new superintendent at schools, we hope will be joining us.
Very nice.
I'm sure he's going to be open to it. Tim Gaffney made the introduction, and so we're looking forward to that. And we're hoping to get a lot of our community officials and people, out there on the show. So if you're out there and you would like to be shouted out or be a guest on our show, just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way we roll. Just put some butter on it. We're good to go.
That's it.
Now, I see. Do we have anything on Judith yet?
Is she calling in? I'll look at that. I don't see anyone on the line.
Anything yet?
So Judy, if you're watching, pick up the phone.
Ring, ring, ring. Give us a call. Ring a ding.
Ring a ding. We
Ring a
need to
ding.
talk.
In the meantime, guys, you know what I'd like to speak about? So this past weekend, I had a dance performance with my New Opportunities
yeah, I
youth
saw that.
dancers.
I saw the clips.
oh my
Fabulous. The girls.
These
oh my
girls
goodness.
are absolutely amazing. This was my first time being their choreographer and teacher. I just started 2 months ago, and I am absolutely in love with these girls. They are some brilliant Latino
Yes,
girls
yes.
and young men. We do have one young man in there, and
Oh, good.
they are so very talented.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
Very, very talented crew, and they performed down at the Warner.
The Warner Club.
Yeah, the Warner Club, which was
Oh,
which
wow.
was a great spot for
Yep.
them. But yeah, that was a great event. I definitely had to let you guys know when we have our next dance show.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We'll
get
be
more
there.
involved and
Let's
come
get
to
a
that.
segment on that. Let's get them dancing and get a segment
Oh,
on
I
that.
would love to
Wouldn't
have
that be
them
great?
here.
And
Oh
then
my
we
gosh.
could just, so
That would be lovely.
Now, see, Coryse is really, really slick, okay? For the last few weeks, she's been talking about how she's had these dance classes that she's overseeing. No big deal, just doing some dance classes, okay? And now she rolls out what those dance classes were all about. So, oh, come on, Coryse, you gotta clue us in a little better than that.
I know.
now, Okay.
I get so busy sometimes in my schedule and the day-to-day grind, and then the day comes of the show, and I'm like, hey, I didn't tell Jacque. I didn't tell Kareem. What's going on?
We didn't,
You know?
no
Exactly.
idea.
I mean, I'm a person that wears many hats, as you know, Jacque. So I was choreographing, I was making the costumes, I was buying the costumes,
Wow.
I was pinning pieces on, I was, and then before you know it, it's like, wait a minute.
I'll never forget. We had a radio show where we had Coryse on one day, and she said she was bringing something onto the show. I had no idea what she was bringing onto the show, and she knocks on the door, and I go to the door, and it's this full regalia. I'm like, oh my God, can we even get this in the door? It was huge. I'm like, who could wear something like this without breaking their neck, literally? But just a
Yep.
demonstration of the hard work and creativity that you put into your.
I had a nice carnival dance piece on, headpiece.
Yeah, it was.
So
it
was
really
this
cool.
similar to like Vegas Showgirl? Like, ginormous?
More similar. It was, yes, it was
Okay.
definitely big. More similar to like Rio de Janeiro,
Ooh.
Caribbean style carnival.
I think you should wear
So-
that next week. For the show. Next week for the show. Next week for the show. We want to
Oh,
see
great.
it.
Jacque, look what you started.
Okay.
I think I can, you know what? We can all wear it. I can wear a headpiece and
No, we
cream
can't.
for everyone.
No, wait. Her
got you.
hair is up.
It wouldn't fit.
I got
Exactly.
you.
Won't fit with
I
the
got
up
you.
hair.
I got you.
Wouldn't
I got you.
Kareem's
The
got
ball
it.
head, yeah,
He's
it'll
got,
fit.
yeah.
It
Okay.
wouldn't fit.
It'll fit.
It wouldn't
We'll get
fit.
you
I'll
the
bring one in
bustier.
for
And,
him.
yeah, there you go.
I'm in. I'm down.
We're going to hold you to that.
I love
I'm
it.
down.
Okay.
I love it. So let's see. I don't see Judy on the line here. I'm just looking. I know I have to push one button and then that one. Is she on the line? I see one red.
Yeah, she's on.
So hold on. Is she on? Yeah. Okay. Here. Judy!
Hello.
Hi,
That
Judy.
is the talented, fabulous Judy Kobolars Dillard from the Be Ready Project. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Good
Hi.
evening.
What's going on?
Don't be sounding all shy and stuff now.
Oh, I know. For good, we know you.
Yeah.
We know you're not shy, girl.
You're on blast now, so you got to let it all hang out.
All right, all right. So what are we going to talk about first?
We're going to talk about celebrate belonging. Let's talk about the date, what you're doing, what's happening. Bring it on.
All right, so Celebrate Belonging, for those who don't know, which I don't know who wouldn't know, Celebrate Belonging is the collaborative, cultural, diversity, inclusive downtown event of the summer, the end of the summer block party of the year. But it's our third year, right? So Celebrate Belonging is a collaborative event where the community, providers, people in general can come out and experience exposure and information from diverse events, activities, entertainment. We have like an amazing list of entertainers this year. And it's a diversity event where, you know, the motto is by celebrating all of our differences, we can all truly belong. So we have different equity councils, different providers, a bunch of local artists, all ages and walks of life on Main Street, right on the cultural district of downtown Torrington. And it's going to be August 18th, so it's a Friday, August 18th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that includes all the food trucks, all of the music lineup, so many fun, the tie-dye station. We have a tie-dye station this year coming up. So Celebrate Belonging event T-shirts will be on sale to help keep this movement going of celebrating belonging together with everyone in our community. So Friday, August 18th, and we still have some spots open for vendors. So if you are a community serving company, if you are a local artist, if you are somebody who has something different, how you want to represent yourself, you can call or text 860-294-4181. That is the Be Ready Project cell phone number, or email celebratebelonging@gmail.com to get your vendor application and spot right there on Main Street to engage the community and show how you as an individual or a corporation or a community club represents your different experience or products. So that's Celebrate Belonging, August 18th from 4 to 8.
Beautiful.
That sounds great. We'll be there with our carnival headpieces on, all of us.
Yes. Coryse has, prior to you coming on, Coryse has carnival headpieces. So rather than we wearing them on the show, I think we'll wear them that night.
Yes.
Oh, Jacque didn't tell you about the song you guys are doing?
Oh, okay. There you go. You see how she's quick on the...
She is.
She's quick. So I guess, okay. So, and Coryse is going to choreograph.
Oh.
So there you go. So the four of us will be, there you go. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Huh.
Yeah, City Talks is going to represent.
I love it. I love it.
So much for being voluntold.
I haven't heard that one. I'm feeling that. Voluntold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
Judy, unfortunately, we are up against a quick break here, but we would love for you to call back and give us updates on how things are coming together.
Absolutely.
And
Thanks so much. August 18th, right on Main Street.
we appreciate you taking the time, and we'll look forward to talking to you again here in the next few weeks.
Sounds good.
Thank
you.
Thank
well.
you,
Bye,
Judy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And I think it's at the bottom of the hour now, and we're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Kareem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big city sponsors. All right. Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. You can be reached at 860-496-7771. Their website is tothins at oponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He could be reached at 860-307-1128. Their website is healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they got you covered. They can be reached at 860-598-8753. Their website is brookstoddmcneil.com. Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177. His website is torringtonpediatrics.com.
Okay.
And
Back to
we
you.
really thank our sponsors for all their support and for helping City Views continue
Yes.
this 30-year legacy.
The tradition is amazing, and I go back to thinking about Timmy Driscoll,
Yep.
who did it, for all those years, and of course remembering Weibo,
Yep.
CM Slaby, and all the other,
Bill Battle.
Bill Battle, and all of
Wow.
them that were great hosts. It just goes to show you how old I am, but I remember all of that.
I was only a baby.
Oh, I know. You were toddling around. Okay, rub it in, girl.
Well, I remember them very fondly myself, and when Sam asked me to take over the show, I was very honored to do so, and realized that this is something that we want to continue, so that other future and potential hosts can come and bring something new and fresh and innovative to the show.
Absolutely.
So we're connecting the community for more reasons than meets the eye.
Right.
And as long as we can bring you this public service, then we hope that it can benefit you in more ways than one. We're awaiting for the call from Michelle, giving us the lowdown of what's going on in Washington, and she's there to talk turkey.
Talk turkey.
She's going to talk turkey.
What's cooking?
Yeah.
What's cooking? She's cooking a turkey.
Yeah. So
I'd like to know what she's like. Is she at cocktail parties? Who's she hobnobbing with?
Oh,
Like, who
my
are you
goodness.
hanging out with, girl?
I would love to see her dresses.
I want to see what she's doing. So I'm going to tell her, send some photos.
We definitely love to see some photos. I hope the weather down there is much better than it's been up here.
well,
Yeah.
at least the cherry blossoms are
Probably.
yes.
Are they?
in full bloom.
Oh,
It
those are
is.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that scent.
What's the weather like down there? We got to ask her, because is it hot and rainy and steamy, jungly?
And
like
muggy.
here?
Yeah. Jungly, you're
Jungly.
right. I think that's a perfect word for
Yeah,
it.
jungly. Yes. That's the new word. That's the word of the
Jungly.
week.
I've
Jungly.
never-
It's not
Ever.
humid anymore. It's jungly.
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 Yes.
Okay.
I've never heard that term before
Me neither.
used in that particular way, but leave it to Karen Thomas
Leave it to Karen.
to come up with something.
Well, it's just inhumane outside is what it is. Okay, you walk outside and your makeup just falls down, and your hair, and
Yep. No
well,
fun.
we got to be honest. The weather has been quite unusual as of late.
And how about the smoke being back now
Yeah,
again?
that's-
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
hazy yesterday.
Yeah.
When we walk today, I walk in the morning, and I was fine. And then by the last mile, I got to tell you, I was getting a little,
Yeah.
coffee, and and it was. And I looked up, and so I mean,
Yeah.
we got to stop this.
I don't know how we do though. I mean, it's kind of a natural phenomenon.
I guess.
I
It's
mean,
sad. It's very sad.
I mean, is it really natural?
I hope no one
I feel
set
like
those
it's-
fires. And
knows?
sometimes those embers, they get real dry, and it doesn't take much of a wind to come
Well,
along and spark something up.
I think that we need to send Smokey the Bear over there.
Well, isn't
and
he-
stop the forest fires, because clearly that's a United States thing, and they're in Canada. So we need to just
What do you
ship
want-
him over there.
we want to build a wall.
No, we need to send no walls.
Go meet
Just
with the
send
mountain
him.
men. Is that what they're called? The
Yeah.
mounted.
The Mounties. The Mounties. Okay, so
We
but,
can send Deli Do right over.
yeah, exactly. Now you're showing your age.
Oh,
when
wait a
you know
minute.
who Dudley Do Right
Hey,
is
hey.
and those cartoons.
Oh, wait a minute.
But these babies over here don't know.
And
I think I do. I think I do. I think I
you don't want to. If you do, you don't want to claim that you.
Yeah, I see that.
I think I do.
Dudley was a dude, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Dudley Do Right,
Yeah.
stand-up kind of guy.
Bullwinkle
he was
and-
doing
Canadian
right.
Mountie,
Yes.
kicking butt, taking
Bullwinkle,
names.
yeah, I remember
Well, we
that,
need to
yeah.
send him over there then. And, him and Smokey. Smokey he has the jeans
Yeah.
on, the hat, and the
Well,
suspenders.
I
the
think
bear.
we really need to bring Smokey back. I haven't seen much like Smokey commercials or
anything, yeah.
infomercials or anything.
Smokey said he's not available for this stuff.
Is he retiring?
Yeah,
No?
he's
Way
like,
over his
out.
league.
It was
He's
in
out
his
of- it's out of his
contract, and
league.
it said he doesn't cross
out
over
of
to
his league.
Canada. So he was just,
Maybe Michelle might have some information on it
Yeah.
she can share with us. Why
Yeah,
don't you check her out
absolutely.
and
Is
see
she
what's going
on here?
Yeah, let's see
She
what's
is
going
on
right.
here. All right, so here I go. What's cooking, girl?
What's cooking?
We are so excited to have you. Jacque has many questions.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, lots.
All right, go ahead. I'm
first-
happy to be here and answer whatever questions I might be able to answer for you.
Well, the first question, obviously, is what are you wearing to the ball?
Well, I don't know what ball you're talking about. but
Didn't Cinderella get to go to the ball?
I wish Cinderella went to the ball.
I wish you're not hobnobbing and like going to cocktail parties and all these stately events. Come on, we need the lowdown.
Yeah.
Well, if that's really what I was doing, that would be very exciting. But I would say that I am doing something probably more important than all of that. And
Okay.
I am actually honored to be in D.C. I was invited to the White House, so we start tomorrow morning about 8:15, 8:30.
Wow.
And we're talking about all things early childhood education and early child care.
Very nice.
There are folks from across the country, a selected group of legislators, and I'm honored to be here. So I am, in fact, calling you from D.C. I'm literally across the street from the White House, and I will be there tomorrow morning about 8:15.
Very nice.
Way to represent.
You are representing Connecticut. Fabulous. That's amazing, Michelle.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I am actually here with a couple of my colleagues, and it's such an honor to be here and to be at the round table, really trying to construct any type of changes or improvements that we can make on the early childhood educational system across our country. We have a tentative itinerary of which I am not sure how it changes. I'm not sure who we see tomorrow completely, but I'm very excited about it. So, I'm hoping that folks that are listening and folks that are doing the great work of educating our earliest, residents of the state of Connecticut understand that I'm here trying to help them do their job and the great work that they do too.
Now, when you talk about early childhood education, Michelle, what specific age ranges does that deliver to?
So that really kind of covers from birth, as funny as that might sound, until kindergarten. And sometimes, depending on the situation, and obviously I'm not there yet to have this roundtable discussion, but it could be upwards of like 5 and 6 years old, just depending on the situation that we're talking about and the needs of which our children have. But primarily it is those 3, 4, 5-year-old children, maybe sometimes 2, depending. And then when somebody is in a setting of care, it could be birth to 3 as well.
Now, are you finding or do you anticipate finding connections between early childhood development and nutrition?
So obviously very premature on what we're discussing in tomorrow, but there is definitely that connection on hungry children, healthy nutrition, and true outcomes on positive educational experiences. And that's from the youngest to the oldest, quite frankly. We know that there's children in our youngest ages, and then there's, our young adults that are in college that also find themselves really struggling to put meals on their table and to be healthy in a nutritional way and to learn in a way that their brain is functioning in a manner that's healthy as well.
I wonder, as you're undertaking this, what types of techniques and innovations are you looking or anticipating learning so that you can help administer future programs in the state of Connecticut, and more specifically here in your district?
You know, that's a really good question. Again, because we are on the eve of our roundtable discussions, I don't know if I can actually answer that effectively. You know, I do know that primarily one of the components that we have is our early childhood care providers, early childhood educators, are really working for pennies on the dollar and doing work beyond what we could express our gratitude for. And folks that are, you know, have been in the industry for 30 or 40 years are still making, you know, less than $40,000 a year. In my world, that's unacceptable. And if we want to ensure that this industry is on the forefront of innovation and expansion and growth, we need to ensure that we pay people a livable wage and not a minimum wage. So,
right.
But that's just the beginning of this conversation. But I can't say that that's why we're here. I'm not 100% sure exactly what this roundtable looks like. Obviously, when you talk about dealing with things in the federal government, things are a little bit quieter until we get to the door. So I'll have more to report next week on that conversation.
Okay, we can't wait to hear it next week.
No, well, the children are our future, and you're doing fabulous work for us on behalf of Connecticut. So keep up the great work, Michelle. We're really proud.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, honored to have the invitation. And like I said, I'm hoping that we can bring what's happening in Connecticut. And, you know, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I've been running the Early Childhood Caucus of the state of Connecticut now for probably 14, 15 years. So trying to bring to the table the things that are of need to ensure that our early childhood educators get the things that they find that are, you know, most important, again, to develop those small, young brains that they have that we've entrusted them with. So, again, I look forward to reporting back on what tomorrow brings next week, but this is just such an incredible opportunity.
What types of educational requirements are in place for someone who might want to get into that particular field?
So we have obviously anybody can show of interest into that field, and then we have a requirement of an associate's degree. And if you want to be a head teacher, we have a requirement of a bachelor's degree. We've kind of played around a little bit with those requirements, given the fact that the need is so high, and the field is truly like every other field, I think, in our country, not just in the state of Connecticut, finding the need to have people come to work. So, you know, if there is an interest, obviously you can reach out to any of our local, not daycares, but child care centers, and the directors of all of those centers, or myself, can help you get involved and go from there. But as you know, too, we allowed associate's degrees the first 2 years of community college to be for free if you haven't gone to college, which you could get your associate's degree in early childhood education, which would be a great start for anybody. So that's part of the components, and that's really one of the crux of the things that we've been trying to do across the state to ensure that people would find interest into this field, because we know that the need is great. You know, as with many other fields, we are really struggling to find people to fill those jobs.
I wonder if that's something that could be discussed with Mike Rook at Northwest Connecticut Community College in terms of preparing their curriculum for this type of industry work.
Yes, and so they do have an early childhood associate's degree program. That's why I was expressing the community college conversation. You know, and then if you want to be a head teacher and have a bachelor's degree, then that would be a different conversation. But our Northwestern Connecticut Community College and our community college system across the state has been instrumental in ensuring that our early child care providers have the opportunities for education. And like I said, a couple of years ago when we did when we did community college for free, that really helped to boost this industry. We just need folks to understand that what they would have the opportunity to do is to truly buy into and shape the minds of our youngest residents in the state of Connecticut.
I think, too, with the expansion of the college consortium, it'll provide for opportunities for people that live in other communities to get that same type of education and have it accredited.
Definitely. Absolutely. That's true.
So lots of opportunities, as is with many other industries, and hopefully as we prepare to go back into the next House session, you can help us bring some of those issues to the public, and we can help them make decisions that are going to benefit them in their life choices.
Well, and you know, I found that our Speaker of the House and the Governor's Office have really dedicated to what's coming up in our future. We've had some investments, especially in the early childhood arena, but I do know that that's going to be a focal point in our next legislative session to ensure that those early child care providers, early childhood educators, are not forgotten. They are essential workers. They're they too were on the ground, just like our medical professionals, to ensure that our children had a place to go when their parents needed to go to work and protect and serve us during a pandemic. So we need to ensure that we do everything that we can for them in that industry.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Michelle, time flies much too quickly when we're together laughing.
That is true.
I wish I could sing it to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wish I could sing it to you.
But he just said it to you rather than sing it. So,
Well, he kind of had that singing innuendo underneath the tone, so I understand that.
yeah, exactly. Well, you are doing, again, like I have to say again, fabulous work on behalf of Connecticut. We couldn't be more proud of you and representing us all and our young voices down in Washington. So enjoy your trip. Have safe travel home, and we'll talk with you next week.
Well, thank you, and I also want to encourage everybody to check out the Facebook page, either myself or Tim Gaffney from Litchfield County Sports. Yesterday, we had the honor to walk the new high school, middle school site.
Ooh, very nice.
Great things happening there.
Oh, can't wait.
So Tim Gaffney has posted up a drone from the last walkthrough. Things are moving quickly, and it's very exciting there. I will try to get my pictures up and posted in the next day or so. But for those folks that were supportive of that project, I want to thank everybody and realize too that we are definitely putting Torrington on the map by the largest high school, middle school build in the state of Connecticut.
Really?
So give a look to that. And as I'm speaking about that, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Karen, Friendly Head Spoonback, and our golf tournament. And Tim Gaffney at Litchfield County Sports has partnered up with that, so I can't thank them enough for that as well. So.
Beautiful.
That is my plug for tonight.
I love it. I love it.
Michelle, how's the weather out there?
Well, actually, not too bad. Today it was about 91.
Ooh.
No rain. I'm knocking on the wood that's around me. Right now we're probably down to like the low 80s. Sun is still out. The humidity is not as bad as it could have been, so we're doing okay.
Well, that's good because we're jungly here.
Yeah, jungly.
Jungly is our word for the evening. It's very jungly here.
Yes, you're a little bit balmy and you are a little bit rainy, I hear, and so which means humidity.
Yes, and yes, the hair and the makeup is just a no-go. So enjoy your time down.
As we're talking about that, I want to thank all of our first responders for ensuring that everybody's safe during this unprecedented time of flooding and crazy weather that we have.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Michelle, we appreciate you.
All right, folks, appreciate y'all too. Talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Michelle Cook, our 63rd District State Rep.
Wow.
She's doing her thing, man.
I mean,
And I have to say, a lot of people, what do they actually do, this and that? And there's a lot of things that Michelle does behind the scenes. Jacque, you know this. She is everywhere. She is at every event. She is volunteering. She is doing this. She is doing that. And I'm not just saying that because, not from a political sense, but if there's a cause, if there's a question, we've been very good friends for years, but she's always there. All you have to do is give her a call, and she'll give you her cell. It's not like, that's secret information. You could call her up and say, hey, I'm having a problem with X, Y, and Z, and bang, she's on it. She'll call you back and get an answer.
Wow.
So she really is, fabulous at what she does and, doing a great job.
that's
Well,
good.
everything can't be politics. you
No,
know?
no.
And I remember when Michelle first talked to me about her running. This is years ago when
Right.
we were hanging out at the softball fields, playing ball and everything. And she's like, what do you think if I ran for state rep? And I thought about it for a minute, and it was like, someone like you, a person like you, would be great at it.
Yeah.
And I think she's exceeded expectations.
Beyond.
She had a perfect attendance record
Yes.
for the
Wow.
longest time. She missed one day because of a family emergency.
Right.
But she's well respected in Hartford.
But she's also, like I said, what I like most about Michelle is that you're able to talk to her. You know, I don't feel when I'm talking to her, and I don't know a lot about what she does, but I mean, like when I talk to her about an issue, you feel like she understands, she does. Like she gets it, you know what I mean? There's not her here, you're here, you know, and she really is a down-to-earth person, and I think that's why she does so well.
I think that has a little bit to do with her Midwest roots.
Right? Yeah, that could be. That's why she's down from Connecticut.
Look at this one.
Right?
Toot, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that one.
Nonetheless, it's about that time of the show. And Kareem, I think we should do some shout-outs. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. All right. T-Town Shoutouts is sponsored by Torrington Downtown Partners, growing downtown Torrington, one business at a time. To Dawn's Getaway at 24 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant, 545 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services at 338 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Wall Fraunhofer
Got it.
at 117 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Soul's Latina Cafe at 31 Hungerford Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Jimmy's Store at 1238 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Point Art Center at 855 University Drive in Torrington, Connecticut. George's Music at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Thank you for your support. For City Views, I'm Kareem Holbrook.
All right.
All right.
Right.
Kareem's been practicing that
That word. And that's why I
been
think
practicing.
we should say, it's been an inside joke. He was saying Fraunhofer. And so I came out, I'm like, it's Fraunhofer. And so
Said it to me when you first came in.
We practice. And that's only because we've been,
Yes.
you know what I mean,
Yes.
in town. So and it's lighthearted. It's not, you know, we're not poking fun.
no.
Now, if it came from Jacque, then he would be poking fun. But it wasn't.
What's up with
They
that?
getting on you.
Yeah, you guys have been hurting my feelings all day, though, so I should be
Again.
I should be used to it.
Well, you know, listen, when you copy my hairstyle every week, we got issues.
I wait a
I mean,
minute.
just stop calling me before the show and saying, how you wearing your hair, Karen? Because, you know, it's getting old, Jacque. So we just need to just...
There's no winning with Karen, see? There's no winning with her, so I just lay my...
I love you. You know I'm kidding
I
you.
just lay my battleship down. You sunk my battleship. Again.
Again, you are
Again.
putting your age. Battleship. the
Well,
game.
you know what, though? I mean...
I played that as a kid.
Did you play Twister?
Oh, my God, yes. How about Bop It and Simon? And, oh, my goodness. How about, we're digressing, but Operation. Remember where you pick the little things out of the
Then
guy?
when the buzzer goes off, you get scared.
Yeah,
right?
and his nose lights up.
You think you really got shocked,
Yeah,
too.
exactly. It's like a
Play
teaser.
shot.
For real.
Well, I was reading something a couple days ago, and it was referring strictly to the 70s and how a lot of young people are starting to actually gravitate to some of those 70s cultural icons and whatnot.
They're still
And,
around.
Yeah, they are. And especially the music, because the music shows from back in the 70s.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I
American
mean it's been
Bandstand.
showing up in a
Yeah.
lot of movies.
Yeah.
The Guardian of the Galaxy movies, a lot of
Yes.
the 70s
Yep.
songs. Star-Lord listens to. And now my son loves those songs too. You know, he loves all those songs now. So
Isn't it amazing how that goes around?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that old saying, that cliche saying, what goes around comes around. Well, the music is starting. And no offense to the music of today, but I mean, they had some good music.
Real good
Yeah.
music back then.
And you'll be able to hear some of that music this Friday. I'm going to be at Toho Lounge, 29 Main Street.
I've got to get there. I've never been. I hear it's fabulous.
You know, and I was thinking too, Diane and I were talking about, you know, something extra that we could do for, I'm like, maybe we can ask people to bring a canned good.
Oh, I like that.
know?
But, you know, I think like maybe we should do a live show from Toho Lounge.
That would be
Rob
great.
at Jimmy's store. We're calling you up live from Toho Lounge, City Views, and we are there.
I mean, they have a nice loungy area that we
do.
can
Beautiful.
They do.
definitely
Yes.
record from.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that would be amazing.
I think, yeah, we should look into live on location places that we could get
Yeah.
into that we could bring the show to.
For sure.
Oh my goodness.
We'd be traveling.
So I just want to quickly speak about something that's very dear to me and what's going on in the film industry.
Yes.
I
yes.
am not sure if you guys are aware. I'm also part of the Screen Actors Guild, and now all the actors are on strike.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
writers are on strike. This is
I heard the writers
this is
were on
unheard of that these two unions are on strike at the same time.
Together. Well,
Yeah.
not together, but at the same time.
At
and
the
it's,
same time.
I can't believe it.
Hasn't happened since 1980, and before that, 1960.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's quite a long time.
it's going to be quite a long haul. I mean, we're all actors are out of work. The writers, no one's writing anything.
Right. Right.
No more Hallmark movies for me for a while. I must say, bit sad on that front. But they raised some very important points about all the different streaming services is affecting actors' residuals.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And it's all about keeping up with the times and keeping up with the change in everything, you know. And
I think
Well,
the streaming though, I think it offers more opportunities for entrepreneurial development because you don't have the long strenuous process of having to go through, you know, all the different channels in order to get your product distributed.
But, you know, I have to say, with the way that the streaming, and how many years has it been around, came on, and it was affordable. And now it's getting so, it seems like every year, every 6 months, they're increasing the price.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they sneak it in. And, you know, it's funny, but I mean, they're all trying to compete to outdo each other. They might do themselves a disservice
Right.
by keeping that trend, which would be, you know, bring us back to our regular TV. But again, you know, it is crazy. I mean, everything is expensive, so it doesn't matter. But again, I've noticed that, you know, what I think when we first signed up for one of our streaming services, it was like $7.99 a month,
Netflix was $7.99.
wasn't it? Okay, and then now it's like, but you're
15.
on 99.
up there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
and
so-
and I think one of the biggest issues that the actors are raising is before, when it was cable, you had a clear channel of where your residual was coming from
Right.
and what your show was being shown on.
Right.
But now with all these different streaming services, it's like, wait a minute, so where are you watching it, and who's collecting the information in order to give these actors their residuals from all
Right.
these different streaming
Right.
services?
Wow.
So, you know, it's not just a frivolous reason that they're striking. It's
Right.
it's very important reasons. So
Well, keep
yeah,
us updated on that.
I certainly
Yeah,
will.
definitely. She's our connection.
Yeah, Kareem, why don't you give a final shout out to our sponsors?
All right, big city sponsors. To Toho Insurance Agency.
Toho?
Look, I mean Toho. I am so.
He's
I
still
got
stuck on
Toho.
Toho. Yeah, he's got
Toho.
Toho on his mind.
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna be
be-
down there. I'm gonna be down there Friday. That's why, you know. I'm sorry.
I missed
Toth Insurance Agency, located at 51 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They can be reached at 860-496-7771. Their website is Toth, INS, at optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. You better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128, and his website is healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. They got you covered. They can be reached at 860-598-8753. Their website is brookstoddmcneil.com. Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. And he can be reached at 860-482-8177. His website is torringtonpediatrics.com.
All right.
Beautiful.
Shout out to our sponsors, and we
Absolutely.
really
Shout out to our
appreciate
sponsors.
everything that you do for us here at City Views. And that just about puts another wrap on episode 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
We made it through, gang.
2 in
right.
the books.
2
All
down,
right.
and 200,000 more to go.
There we
Absolutely.
go.
We're here.
Cheers to that.
We're here.
I
Cheers
lost
to
count.
that.
Now, what
Cheers
is
to
everyone
that.
up for the weekend, for the rest of this week?
Oh, jungly things.
Trying to stay cool, I hear
Trying to
you.
stay
Real, trying to
cool,
stay
keep
cool
the
out
makeup
here.
on, you know.
Yeah.
Jacque and I will converse tomorrow morning about 7 a.m. about what we're going to wear for hairstyle.
Oh, well,
you know.
there you go.
Right.
And Jacque, you're going to be at Toho.
I'm going to be Toho on
Friday?
Friday
Okay.
from 9 until midnight.
Okay.
It's the big dance party.
Okay.
So
What
bring
kind of
your dancing
music?
shoes. Actually, we're going to be doing songs that have a dance either title in the name
Okay.
Okay.
or something that has been known as popular, like line or
Line
dance
dance.
song.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. That sounds so much
You know,
fun.
like,
All
get
right.
my electric slide on.
Yeah.
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 know.
And then
Just did it.
Saturday, I'm doing a 50th wedding anniversary
Nice.
in Terryville for
Beautiful.
a great family.
And what about you? Where are you flying your drones anywhere?
Lately my drone been a little quiet.
All that fog out there, that smoke
Yeah,
and stuff,
can't
it
see
doesn't make
anything
for
out
good.
there.
No.
Yeah.
See nothing out
not
there.
good
So
for
I'm
life.
Just
gonna be a
take
little
pictures of the fog, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Foggy
It's a
pics.
white
Oh,
screen,
oh,
and that was,
yeah,
it was
pics.
in the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about you? What are you up to this weekend?
I don't even know what I'm up to tomorrow.
Okay,
Listen,
me neither. Because I'm
I've
doing
got two
nothing
kids.
this weekend.
They're
so, yeah.
keeping me busy, you
Yeah.
know.
And it's summer, so, So cheers to number 2
Yeah.
in
Cheers
the
to
book.
that.
That's it.
cheers,
All right.
cheers.
You guys spread the word. We're on at 6 o'clock now on Tuesday evenings. We'll be giving you updates on reruns. In the meantime, have a super week, and we'll see you back next week right here on
See
City
you next
Views.
week.
Bye.